Back on the Norwegian Krag restoration. What I'm going to do now is the rest of the stock, so from the magazine area to the butt plate, I'm going to bring that down to the final width. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go over to here to the sporter stock, and I'm going to take these dividers and use them to measure the width of areas along the stock. I'll do a few points along the way. Here, this is the narrowest area, so I'm just going to make it a little bit oversized there, a little wiggle room right behind the pistol grip, and bring it over and transfer it right there. You see how those two marks. So I'm going to transfer a couple points along the way to the stock. I'm going to connect the lines here at the bottom of the pistol grip because this is upside down. I'll connect the lines, and then that will give me a path to follow with the bandsaw to remove this waste. And then finally, once I'm there, I can finally start shaping the stock itself with the spoke shape. So there's one final thing to do while the stock still has squared up edges, and that is very similarly to the finger grooves here. There's a little small divot that ends up right under where the magazine cutoff is. It's just a little cutout in the stock to fit your thumb and be able to flip that up easier. So I'm going to do that right now on the router. I have my rough marks as to where it is, and a jig set up, and we'll see how that goes. So that's the job the router did. It's not what it'll look like in the end though. Right now it's kind of like shaped like a pill with straight sides. I need to make it a little bit more egg shaped, so I'll do that by hand with the gouge. So another advantage to leaving this side square like this is that now I can take sandpaper and smooth that out. And I'll be careful not to break these sharp edges on the outside, but it won't be too much of a big deal if I do get them a little bit, because I'm going to have to take down the whole outside to round it over with the spoke shape anyway, so that'll restore those sharp edges. So one more thing to do while the stock is still squared up, and that is the rear sling swivel. So this sporter stock has an inlet right here, but that's not original. That was something done by whoever cut down this stock. What we're looking to do is this right here, this little rectangular pill-shaped plug. That is a hole for a sling loop that sticks out right here, a metal sling loop, and it inserts into that hole, and it is retained by a cross pin here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to mark the location of the hole and this cutout down here. And this is just going to be done by eye because it's not something that can get exact. And it's not something that really needs to be exact either. So I'm just going to hold this here. So there's the finished sling loop, at least the mounting of it. So I don't know, I'm still trying to track down the part, so I don't have it to put in there and test fit, but I think I have a good idea of how it fits and enough done to fit it. I don't know, I might have to make the sling loop myself, but you know, it's nothing holding me back, so I could you know, take my time to track it down and always add it later. Okay, so now the fun is about to start, or at least soon it will. That's where we shape the stock into the final shape. So there's just a few more things to do and a few more layout lines to help that process. First, I reestablish the center line on the bottom here, all the way down, and on the top as well, right to the butt plate to where the action ends. And I want to try to establish some lines on the outside of the sides as well. And what that line is going to tell me, it's going to tell me the widest point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the sporter stock, kind of feel along to where the widest point is and transfer that line to this new stock. So take this wrist area, for example. The widest point is right below this divot. So I'm going to transfer that line right there. And it kind of extends down the pistol grip a little bit below the center line of the pistol grip. So it's, and this, as you can see, it's a very rough translation here, and it kind of curves down, kind of like a hook to the tip of the pistol grip here, and then to go from the butt plate back, kind of goes like that, and then up. So these lines as they're drawn, they'll just give me a rough idea of where to shape less with the spoke shape. Leave those parts almost as wide as they are now, and then shape everything else. So that you can see on both sides the lines that I drew. And any sort of guideline you can give yourself when you're shaping a stock like this, it's good, because it's easy to get carried away and remove too much material. There's no way to put it back. So that's another reason why you want to go slow, but also, you know, give yourself something to work to.